Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gon' win. If they take your loss, they gon' hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. I cross you over like when they had AI. I still a ball, I ain't ask you may I. Not at my house, the Kim back, I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time, B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry, I live by the gun. I'ma shoot, I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep Sixers, you should know that it's game time.
Alfonso, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Sixers. I am BG. You already know what it is. I got my dog 215, the sports guy, with me, and today's special guest, Coach Green, Chip, Kevin Green. What's up with y'all today? How y'all feeling?
You know, I see the expression, the same expression on everybody's face. We happy, baby.
Yeah.
We happy here in Philly, baby.
It's a good time to be a Philadelphia fan, man. Training camp done started for the Eagles. The Phillies making splash trades at the deadline, and we know right at the forefront was all of the big news that the Sixers had coming out of their organization in the last 3 weeks, man. So we just wanted to touch on that a little bit, man. We had Jaylen Brown's introductory press conference finally. The trade happened a long time ago, but we finally had the press conference, and he decided to have it in the city. Not in the stadium, not in some billion-dollar mansion. He decided to have it in the city, in the community, man. I'm going to be honest with you. My takeaways from that press conference just briefly was, he said everything I wanted to hear. He said everything I wanted to hear. Like, even when I said, ooh, that's a tricky question. Ooh, they trying to catch you. They trying to start some beef with Boston. They trying to see if he really clicking with Maxey and him. Every answer was flawless. Every answer. I like what I heard,
calculated, man. Very well thought, well spoken. Mom and dad did a great job with this young man. He came right in Philadelphia and made sure he gave right back to the community by asking for that press conference to be there and the kids to still be in the rec while it was going on. Man, it was so much love, man. So much love given to the city and the city of brotherly love. How did you feel about that press conference, Coach Green?
Are we surprised?
Not at all. Not at all.
This is who he is.
This is who
he is. So when I know BG's been on the air with me before, and he's seen me go crazy against the mainstream media when they talk about Brown in a bad light. When I tell you, every black little boy is supposed to know who Jaylen Brown is. Every inner city kid is supposed to know who Jaylen Brown is. This is who you should have as. This is a person you should have as the face of the league, a spokesman of the league, because he does everything you want him to do off the court. He shows his brilliance off the court. He is outspoken for the inner city. He's outspoken for what's right. As a human being. Right. Those type of things in humanity, those type of things matter. This is what the game was made for. Was bringing people together and taking it to this level. And then for him to just come into a city like this, and from the gate, get right to the inner city. Right. That's getting down to the nitty gritty.
Most definitely.
So I am not surprised. I'm glad that it's being put to the forefront like it should be. And now it's just giving me more reason to dislike Boston even more.
Just a little bit more, bro. Just a little bit more.
Things to it,
Yeah.
But it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see. And I'm excited for the city. I haven't felt this good about a person coming to the city with like this magnitude, like this for the inner city, since a guy named Allen Iverson. And I just remember that feeling. So kudos to him and big ups to him. And I can't wait for the season.
Yeah, for sure, man. Jaylen definitely is going to be not only a great addition to the Philadelphia 76ers, but to the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I know a lot of people are clamoring about how much LeBron James is going to bring to the city as far as equity, as far as how many more jobs is going to open up just by him being here. But I can appreciate a guy like Jaylen Brown that's truly something that's needed within the city of Philadelphia, right?
Facts.
Absolutely.
Truly. And I know he's going to do it the right way. I know he's going to add to the community the right way. Like, I have no doubts about that part. Hopefully, he can bring us a championship too. Hopefully, he can bring us a
We ain't
You
even
know
championship.
what?
hoping.
Look, we're gonna
That's,
bring conversation that we had earlier. I'm gonna bring it right back out, man. Not
Mm,
only just him, you have LeBron James, who's cut of the same mold
mm-hmm,
as him, and going to give right back to the community. This
mm-hmm,
is a big situation for the city of Philadelphia.
mm-hmm,
Having these guys at well, one is at the prime of his career, the other one's leaving out but still balling.
mm-hmm,
LeBron decided to come here, and
mm-hmm.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a lot of pressure on him, but guess what? Like BG said, he said all the right things.
yeah, yeah. He
Mm.
said
All the
everything I
right.
want to hear. We're gonna throw a couple of quick clips of him real quick. Let's see, get y'all instant reactions of his press conference, because like I said,
Here in
man,
the
I
middle.
was
Hi, Gina
excited.
Mizell from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Great to see you. You're obviously coming off a career season, and now you're joining a roster with a lot of expectations now going into this year. As you've gotten to know some of your new teammates and sort of gone through that sort of processing thing, just what do you feel like this team most needs from you, both on the court and off the court, especially with the championship experience that you bring?
I'm not sure completely yet. I think we'll figure out as time goes on, as we start to spend time with each other, get on the court, and have conversations, etc. But I'm excited to just be myself. I think that's one thing that I can promise the city and the organization, and the coaching staff, that I'm gonna come in every single day and be myself, put my best foot forward, lead with my integrity, lead with my mentality, and lead with my capacity and my will to win. So we'll figure out the X's and O's and the ins and outs, but winning is the agenda. So that's the first thing that's on my mind.
Y'all heard it. Winning
Bottom
is
line.
the agenda.
Bottom line.
uh,
Bottom
deep,
Line.
deeper into that press conference, man. Deeper into that press conference, they asked the question, well, do you think it's going to be difficult to figure out whose team this is? And Jalen had an excellent answer there too. Why does it have to be somebody's team? Or like
Bottom line.
why does it have to be somebody's team,
Bottom
man?
line. You
They
know
gonna
what?
go out there and work, man.
You
They
know
gonna go
what?
out there and work.
I'm sick of hearing things like, "Oh, VJ's going to have to sacrifice, and he's not going to be the same player anymore." Everybody has to make a sacrifice. Nobody's going to get the numbers that they're used to getting. That's part of making the team great. It's for the team aspect, So they've all sat down, chopped it up. You heard a lot of talk when it happened when we got JB. Oh, Embiid didn't call him. That was bullshit. He called that out right off from the rip. So you can't listen to mainstream media all the time. These guys have been discussing how to get it done in the back scene, and I feel good about that, bro. They're all committed, meaning that they're gonna play some good ball, bro. I got faith
Yeah,
in that.
I got a super issue with the way people been handling the whole VJ Edgecombe situation about
That's
adding
all.
all this talent. Like, in what world does being around a lot of talent stop you from getting better? In what world does being in a locker room with LeBron James stunt your growth? In what world does being around a champion like Jalen Brown make you not ready? Like, it's gonna make you not as good as you were. Like I don't understand what some people is thinking. Like,
I don't get
what
it.
world is they in that they think you got to be on a bad team where you taking 100 bad shots a game and forcing and just shoot shot after shot after shot? In what world has that made somebody better and not being on a cohesive team with one goal in mind? I don't
Learning how to win.
understand some of these people that say, well, VJ's growth is going to be stunted. In what way?
No.
In what way is VJ's growth going to be stunted by being in a locker room with LeBron James and Jalen Brown and Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid? What part of his game is
We're
going
gonna
to
talk
be
about that last name.
stunted? What is he not going to learn from all of them stars? Are you kidding me? Like, y'all, people react so emotional. It's crazy. It's so wild to me. Like, you can't look at that team and say, well, damn, I feel sorry for VJ. I feel so happy for VJ. You get to play with them.
You get to compete against them every
You get
day.
to compete with them every single day. You get to be a sponge in that room. Are you kidding me? I just don't get it, yo. Thank you. VJ gonna soak up a whole lot of game. No stunting.
Yes.
There will be no growth stunt in VJ's game. I'm sorry. I don't get how people think he's not gonna be better by being around all these guys. I don't get it. I just don't understand what they thinking.
That is how weak society is. I mean, we seen that with the Warriors when the Warriors was locked and loaded and they had their guys. The media was just weak. The people were just weak. They couldn't understand it, and they couldn't fathom it. And look how they gelled together, right? we're in the same situation here. And I'll tell you one big way that they can gel together, and that I'm excited to see, is on the defensive side of the basketball. The one thing that I've always gave JB credit for is being the ultimate two-way player. The one thing VJ can come out and be is a two-way player. He can learn how to be the ultimate two-way player by playing D, by shutting down on the perimeter. Bron is going to do that, and to see Bron get a chance to run again at 42, just get up and down with athletes that can run with him, it's going to be special. We are going to see a different brand of basketball. And when you
I
want to see
agree.
a team gel, it's going to start on the defensive end, and that is the grind, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to have fun watching that.
No, it definitely, but especially because the Sixers haven't been they've been notoriously lower tier defensive team. So the fact that we got young athletes, we got older athletes in LeBron James, we got a Joel Embiid who looks in the best shape I've seen him in, and you know
That was
I
exciting to see.
am no Joel Embiid apologist. I am one of the hardest critics of Joel Embiid. Damn, I saw him and I'm like, ooh,
that was
okay.
exciting to see. That was great to see.
So I'm definitely excited to see how we as a team are going to gel. And I'm not sitting up here saying it's going to be easy, Chip. I'm not.
No.
I watched that Miami team start their season off 11-12. The first Miami when they got LeBron and Wade, they started off 11-12. I'm not saying it's going to be easy and we're going to do this, Billy. I see you in the comments saying you'll see how I get that concept. But I just feel like no matter what, we got nothing but professionals in our locker room now.
Right.
Nothing but guys that just want to win. I just don't see these egos and these problems that people are saying we're gonna have. Like I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, that's what they want you to have, and it's normal for a team to go through stretches like rough patches in the beginning. But like I said, the defense is just going to take care of a lot, and I do think that down the stretch, like I've told you before, I think Maxey is going to lead this team. I think he's going to lead us in scoring. I think he's going to be the one that get us there to be able to close the
Makes
show.
sense.
And you're going to find Bron open. These going to be open game over shots. Like
I don't want to make this comparison too much, and please, you know what I mean, but we see certain tendencies. When Larry Brown came to town and he noticed a certain point guard that wasn't really a point guard, he decided to move him to the 2-guard spot because he's a killer. That's just what he does. He scores. I think this opens up Maxey in that same type of way, having a point guard for the first time, really, and him being here, a legit one that could get him the ball in certain spots. I think LeBron coming here unlocks Maxey, and
yeah,
I'm hoping so.
Billy, but my optimism with Embiid this year is the lack of need. One, the lack of need that he's going to be asked to do day to day. That's first. And then second, me and Carl have talked about this off camera a bunch. This is one of the first summers that not any point at the time he was getting a surgery or dealing with an injury that ended the season. If you see the pictures of Joel Embiid right now, it looks like a guy who took his offseason and was able to work all offseason. It looks like a guy that was in the weight room, that was in the gym quite a bit this offseason. He slimmed down. He looks like just flat out muscle. Like I'm not trying to compare him to certain players, but that first time I saw the picture, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker built like Giannis now. Like I'm like, what the hell? Where did this come from? So that's where my optimism comes in. It looks like we're not going to have to utilize him the way we usually would. If he's not there, we have other players that can fill in roles that will make us formidable. I'm not saying, all right, yes, when we lose Embiid, maybe games will be closer. When we lose Embiid, yes, we might struggle against bigs, but I do feel like we do have the pieces to keep us afloat, and Embiid just won't be asked to do as much. He just won't be asked to do as much.
Let's speak about that in shapeness that you just talked about, and you know the crazy photo that he put out the other day, and he was silent the whole summer. People made up lies about him not being calling Jaylen Brown. He's not being involved. No, he was in the lab. He was in the lab working on himself. And you see the product of that. The first season where nobody cutting on his knees, no surgery. He attacked his whole offseason, and that's the product of it. So, BG, I am hopeful like you that, we'll see the best of Joel Embiid, and that doesn't mean 30 and 10. That means Joel will play about 65, 75 games this year. And yes, 65, 75 games and be healthy for the playoffs as well. Am I stretching with 65, 75 with a healthy Embiid in the offseason? Am I stretching?
That would be a great hope. I can say we could be hopeful for that. Like that would be
65.
awesome. 65 would be awesome. That means he'll be able to get his awards.
He looks good, man.
Hey, listen, the biggest part is going to be us in the paint. But the way the game is played, where teams shoot a lot of threes. You shoot a lot of threes, that means long rebounds. Long rebounds means transition points.
Okay.
So we can guard the perimeter. I do think that if you going at us in the paint, it could be different, but the game is not played that way, right? But this is how the game evolved, and maybe they'll go back to that, but we'll see. But we do got depth at the position to make sure that we keep and be healthy and keep them fresh. But I'm looking forward to a dominant year. It shouldn't. I mean, I think last year was his time off, and like you said, he didn't have to go through no surgery in the off season. So I'm looking for him to come back and be dominant, and particularly on the glass.
Right.
On the glass, be dominant on the glass. Get your 25 and 12. And we're gonna be at the promised land,
Most definitely.
The best thing about the way this roster is put together right now is I personally feel like we could lead the league in transition points and we could lead the league in half court scoring. We have that ability, and that's crazy. The fact that we got a LeBron James who can grab a rebound, has amazing vision. BJ and Maxey don't got to come back to the ball to be the point guard. They just get to go scoring.
Yes.
We scoring. Then, oh damn, they stopping us in transition. Yo, we could slow the game down and that's the 5 that's gonna be in the half court.
Yeah.
I think
the 5 that's gonna be in the half. Like, I love the way this was put together, man.
I think the craziest part about this team that I love is the depth. The fact that you can rest these starters that we talking about, along the season and give them the rest we need, and play won't drop off tremendously.
No.
Have you seen that bench?
Yeah,
bro.
They got that.
Center is still, but Hakorte,
that's still the issue.
Hakorte might be a 8-5 type of boy, 8-6. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm most excited about, and this is a true testament of Philly. Like, when you from Philly, our fans. It's just like that 4-minute mark. And we walking you down, and our fans getting on you when we killing you, when we ice on you, when we killing you though, and our fans is revving it on. It's no stopping it. And I'm gonna be excited for that. Like I said, the last time I felt something like that was when AI was here. When AI was here and we get to walking you down, you knew it was over. It was over. Right. So to have LeBron and JB doing that, and Maxey walking you down at the end of the game. I remember this summer being over your crib, BG, and we was watching it, and it came down to the end when they was going against the Celtics, and I was like, oh, it's over. Maxey's finna clear them out. They have no energy to stop them from attacking the rack. That's how it's going to be, and I cannot wait to hear our fans just going crazy. I remember going down Broad Street, baby. I remember this going down Broad Street.
Bro, I remember after we won game 1 of that finals, man. I'm hanging out the side of the car. No,
we was all down there.
I never forget that, dog. I will never forget
gosh.
that, dog.
But you know what? It's time for the good vibes again.
Yeah.
It's time for winning again in Philadelphia. It's time for good coaching, Nick Nurse, because I'm looking for Nick Nurse. Because
don't think we blinded by this roster, Nick. You still got a job to do, Nick.
More than ever.
And guess what? Nick can coach, man. From one coach to another, Nick can coach. Little things I used to like when I watch Nick. Like, first of all, we got plays, and it was like all our plays, the way we sprint to our screens and we get into our pick and roll action, our ball movement, his cleverness on his plays. I like it. You just need the personnel sometimes.
Here's my thing, coach.
I don't think he coached the last set of personnel well. I'm not going to say Nick Nurse is a bad coach. The personnel we had, I don't think he coached them well at all.
And
my personal opinion. Not saying that it's fact. Me saying it, I didn't like the way he coached that group.
Let me add on to that. It's not the fact that he can't coach, because we've actually seen him coach.
Smitty, take it off the screen. Chip.
Nick picks and chooses. Nick picks and chooses when he wants to coach for me. You've seen him coach drastically different in the playoffs in certain series than he did in the regular season. Whole different game plan. He's adjusting on the fly. This stuff we need to see in the regular season, but a little hints to him, it's been in and out of the lineup. That could be a little deflating as a coach.
Right.
But there's no excuse. He's had the talent to win a lot of games that he's lost, to keep it a buck. I'm going to need to see a better Nick this year.
For sure. I think we will, though. I think by default we will. I think by default we're going to see a better Nick.
I think
things can be right.
I think
But we
Jaylen
definitely
Brown
need to see a better Nick. I'll
Fact.
give you that.
Jaylen Brown and LeBron James is not having it no other way. I think those are two strong-minded, high IQ players that if something wrong, they would address it right then and there. I think that's something they add to the team too. They're not afraid to tell the coach, "Nah, bro, that's not working." I didn't really see that a lot. Pushback a little bit,
Right.
from the players that was here. They were just cool with what was going on. Whatever Nick calls is good. No, sometimes you got to give a little, give and take with the coach. Got to adjust things. Can't just be cool if things are going wrong too long.
One day our in the game, we need one basket to win the game or tie the game. One day that play won't be, let's just get Maxey downhill, get the ball to the midcourt and get a handoff. Like, I saw that play so much that I knew it was coming. And if I knew it was coming from my couch, imagine what professional coaches prepared their team for.
Yeah,
that was
you
my
can't
only
stop
thing.
it, though.
A lot of times he got predictable. That's the only thing I
You
didn't
could
like.
plan against that. You
Hey.
could plan against that.
I'll say this. I remember it was a time that everybody knew that Tim Duncan was going to get the ball on the block. There was nothing you could do about it. He's going to get the ball on the block, and there's nothing you could do about it.
But that's the block.
The difference was if it was within the last 10 seconds of a game, you knew Tim Duncan was going to get the ball on the block, but you knew he was going to make the correct basketball play. Most of the times when we're getting Maxey downhill, we just telling him, "Yo, you the fastest player here. Try to get there and lay it up."
No,
it wasn't a guarantee. Like, if Duncan get it, they doubling, I'm going to find Ginobili cutting. I'm going to find Parker cutting. That's different. You're not going to tell me that knowing Tim Duncan getting the ball and knowing Maxey getting a handoff from 86 feet away from the rim is the same thing. You're not going to tell me that.
What I'm saying is, hey, we was getting Maxey ready. We was getting Maxey ready for what's coming. Now you have, hey, we get you on this handoff. Now you got this one cutting over here. You got LeBron cutting on the 45. Ain't nobody stopping it.
Fact.
So see it.
Fact.
Now
what?
what you got? You got JB over here on this other side. So see it.
And to keep
You
it
know what I
up.
mean?
When
So
Maxey
we
get
just-
downhill now, like, he really got so many options.
Yeah.
many
So
options.
now
many
we
options.
just got you prepped up and
It's-
going through everything. Now you got what you need. Now we
What's-
got to make it work.
What's big for me is now you can mix and match and have combos and they're different. All these guys don't gotta play together all the time. They could give each other breaks. Is that real? Is that real?
Yeah.
You find who plays good with who, put that unit in together during the game and figure it out. That's what I mean by I want to see Nick Nurse coach.
The
He's gonna
difference,
have to coach.
the difference now is on days where we like, Joel Embiid's a game time decision. It won't be, oh shit, where's the offense coming from? On days where it's Paul George is a game time decision, oh shit, well, who's gonna be second?
Facts.
Now, like guys like Joel Embiid can say, yo, I'm not feeling it today, and I don't see the fall off as bad as it has in the past.
Right.
We won't need guys like Tyrese Maxey to log 40 minutes
Per game.
42
Per
minutes.
game.
And that's
Per
the
game.
thing. I don't mind Maxey getting a 42-minute game. It happens. We might be in a dogfight. He might be going mano a mano with Jalen Brunson, and y'all just want to keep riding that wave. But there's no way he should average 40 minutes.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's bananas. And then wonder why he runs out of gas a tad bit towards the end of the playoffs and whatnot.
You was getting him ready. You was
Yeah.
getting him ready.
He's ready for every type of situation now. I agree.
Time to step in and be the superstar, baby. It is.
Right.
That's what you was
Right.
getting
we
built
got
for.
to see. We got to see All-Star Maxey. We got to see second fiddle Maxey. We got to see lead dog Maxey. None of it equal to championship, but he learned every type of way.
I got to see high school, man. I've been watching Maxey since high school, scouting Maxey.
Dallas.
Love.
Yeah,
That's
that
love.
in Dallas, Texas. I've been scouting.
Dallas,
Hey,
yep.
Youngin got game. I
Yeah.
was too happy when we got him.
Yeah,
Let it rip.
most definitely let it rip. And VJ as well. I'm excited to see the next step he's going to take because, man, I'm gonna be honest. Out of every player on the team, as far as young talent, VJ the one for me.
He's a monster.
He the one. He got that ability.
I want to see VJ and JB for sure. I want to see JB make all defense first team, and I
Yeah.
want to see VJ make at least second or third team all defense.
Defense. Yes, he has that ability. And
Yes.
that's people asking what's his role. That's his role. That's what he's built for. But also, it's games where he go ahead.
You know what's funny about it, Carl?
What?
That's his role, and they think that's going to stunt his growth. Being able to lock in on defense, being able to become an elite defender when he already got this amazing offensive game is going to stunt DJ at Combs Grove, guys. This is the logic that some of y'all be having. Like, do you understand?
I
Like,
call it
listen,
ESPN
it
logic.
sounds crazy.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds
ESPN
crazy when
logic.
you think about it. Like,
Yeah,
man, he get to lock in even more on defense
No.
with his athleticism. How many scores is he going to be able to create just
No.
with somebody? But he's going to be stunted because LeBron and JB here now.
I want people to get the big picture. In
Goofy
about
shit,
4 years, there's not going to be an Embiid. There's not going to be a LeBron James here. This team will belong to VJ, Maxey, LeBron Feline, and whatever else combo they put together. So this training ground he's getting right now is the best training ground a young blue chip prospect could ever get.
He just sharpening his tool belt. He just
could
sharpening
ever
every
get.
knife in his tool belt.
Fact.
Last year, we needed you to do one thing. This year, we're going to need you to do something else. Next year, we might need you to do something else. Hey, but when we give you the keys, because you've been through all of this,
Fishing and everything.
like, come on, like, think about the
Yeah,
logic,
ready.
y'all.
Yeah.
Think
Getting
about
you
what
ready.
y'all saying.
We getting you ready.
Listen,
I never heard nobody say, "Yo, this man can do everything, man. His game must not." Like, hello, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Just to answer Phil's question in the chat, where we been, Phil, it's the off season. But we're going to give y'all a show. We're going to give y'all a show every Friday to talk on Sixers topics up until the preseason, and then into the season, we back. Y'all already know what
I'm just glad we almost made it to the 30-minute mark without Carl wanting to talk about what he really wanted to talk about today. And I told him I don't do gossip. I don't do gossip about people that's not on the team. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Tell him. Go ahead. Tell Coach. Tell Coach what you want to talk about.
Coach, there's a rumor floating around, and I'm seeing it on Sixers 24/7. Shout out Sixers 24/7. I'm seeing a different Sixers site that Kevin Love made the call. He's interested in becoming a Sixer. I said he can kick the biggest rocks ever. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
Kevin Love at this Kevin Love at this time of his career at this point is nothing but a great locker room guy. He's a great locker room guy. He's gonna be a vet. That's gonna be a great locker room guy that can hit a big shot. Can he be like a Robert Ory, come in and hit a big shot? Possibly, but I mean, one thing about Kevin Love is he's gonna be the ultimate professional. He's gonna come to work.
Yeah, I give you that.
I think that was my words.
The team. I don't. One thing about having great vets in your locker room, man, when the locker room is good, everything is gonna roll. When you go through your hardest moments, it's gonna be that vet that say something out of the norm or just the smallest thing that keeps everybody going. So I won't have nothing bad to say about Kevin Love in this situation. So if we got a vet like that, it just is what it is. Same with KCP. Like
here's my take on this, and I want to elaborate on why I feel the way I feel. I feel like the center spot is a touchy subject with us, right? And having a Kevin Love there, if God forbid something happened to our big fella, you're going to be able to rely on him to play 18, 17 meaningful minutes on a championship contending team at this juncture of his career.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Well, I mean, you're not going to really have to. You're going to rely on him to do things like space the floor. You got to account for him. Bona brings in, the rim runner, the lob catcher.
I want Forte to win that spot. So I love Bona to death, but I want him.
He's not going to beat out Bona. He's not going to beat out Bona. No, let me tell you something. Bona energy is through the roof.
It's through electric. The roof. Yeah.
And so you need that. Those are players who are game changers. When they block a shot to the backboard and you go dunking on the other end, that's a game changer right there.
Yeah, it's a game changer. But when you're a wild jumping jack with no control, no type of know-how on where to be in important spots to grab rebounds, box out. He doesn't know how to play off the pick and roll off the defense. He gets lost in that. These are big problems that he's not addressed.
I think those problems will be addressed. I personally think those problems will be addressed. We haven't talked much about this guy so far on this show. We pretty much kind of focused on Jaylen Brown and focused on the whole team. But be clear, there's people in this league that made a whole lot of money because of what LeBron James was able to activate in them. What Danny Ainge said, was it Danny? No, Larry Bird said, I'll never sign a player that ever played with LeBron James. He said, why? Why would you never sign a player that never played with LeBron James? He said, because he just make them all look better. Dem Bona will figure out what spots to be in when he's on the floor with that guy.
Listen,
He
I'm
will figure out where he's supposed to be
I'm
when he's on the
hoping-
floor with that guy. He just makes the odds better, dog. He
I'm
make
hoping
everybody
so.
better.
I'm hoping so. I hope he turns into the lob, block shot, high energy threat that I hope he would be, but in control with discipline, out of foul trouble. But listen, my folks gotta go. I want y'all to look up top if y'all not locked in already. We on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
All them
tell,
junk.
tell a friend and tell a friend about Eat Sleep Sixes. We around.
For sure, man. You already know, like Carl said, we'll be here every single Friday leading up to the season. Obviously, as soon as the preseason start, we'll more than likely do post games for preseason games. Post games for preseason games, depending on the time. But we will do a show every Friday leading up to the season, man. The Sixers is too hot not for us to talk about the Sixers. As you can see, we on everybody on all media. So if we on all media, then we gotta talk about us. They talking about us all off season. It's the first time in a long time that they wanted to talk about Philadelphia in the offseason. So, man, I'm excited. Any final words, Chip?
I'll say this to you one quick about my guy Bona. Just remember,
He
JaVale
feel
McGee.
away about Bonner, but go ahead.
No, JaVale McGee was considered an airhead too. You see what he did with the Warriors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a good comparison because he was a little thrown off too. It's a good comparison. Good comparison. I hope so.
All right, y'all, man. You already know what it is. Let's go Sixers. We'll see y'all right back here next Friday at 7 o'clock, man. Let's go.